think one of the things that we're seeing is you have to be deliberate, right? We've seen for a long time, for the past 20 years, right, there's been a business case for diversity, how that will help you be more profitable, how that will help you innovate more. And yet companies have made the decision that that's okay. I can do a $2 billion deal, but I still can't change my workforce to be diverse. So what's going to change to say now is the time? Who does that? Is it the CEO? Is it this new workforce coming in? Who's accountable?
So I feel like you got to start at the top, and that's why CEO Action has such an important role. And we heard this from Dan earlier from Ingersoll Rand. You need to have leadership say, this is a business imperative for us. We need to affect change from the top. We need to, they would say in manufacturing, you know, we do what we can measure, right? That is where the focus goes. So we need to set that and we need to put that in. But we also need to work across the community. We need to talk about the opportunities. We need to change the perception so that people know this is an opportunity they can go seek. Manufacturers have gone from a time where you just hung out the open, you know, the help wanted sign and people came to you, that now we're in an economy where we need to go and find them and recruit them. We need to actively engage. So we need to think about what is the diverse environment, what are the diverse audiences. Louise talked about this before. How do you go to different institutions and recruit? How do you talk to the institutions about their recruitment so that they are pulling from diverse populations into their student body for us to then? So we've got to go both ways because this is a crisis. We cannot compete without the workers. The robots are coming, but they are not taking over. I say that every day. We still need people at the heart of what we do at manufacturing. So therefore, the skills are changing, the jobs are changing. Employees will say they're doing more interesting things with critical thinking and the things that they enjoy because they don't have to do the basic things that they don't like as much or that could hurt them, that's repetitive. That's what the machines are doing. So we need people with different skill sets. And so we need to tell a better story. We need to change from the top and measure things differently and have a focus on it. But we need to work together to show what the opportunities are.
And it's kind of been touched on throughout this morning. But really, and I think this was highlighted in the report, the thought leadership piece that both organizations have put together. This isn't an HR imperative, right? This is a business strategy, right? And so as a potential employee of an organization, I'm going to see whether you're really serious about it. And I'm going to go look at your board of directors. I'm going to go look at your senior leadership and see, does anyone look like me, right? Does anyone have experiences like me? And that will really be eye-telling or telling. In terms of accountability, metrics, right? Being able to measure metrics and being able to demonstrate that things are happening. And I think those are going to be critical pieces. I also think that this new generation isn't going to put up with this, right? Like, we can only talk about this for so long. We can only talk about the fact that we're interested in diversity and inclusion.